Hey, have you ever wondered why the most spiritually gifted souls, the ones who feel everything so deeply, often come from families that feel more like battlegrounds than safe havens? If you've ever felt like the black sheep, the one who's misunderstood or pushed aside in your own home, this is for you. Carl Jung, a brilliant mind in psychology and spirituality, believed we're all on a journey to become our truest selves, a process he called individuation. But here's the thing. For those of you who are chosen ones, the souls destined to lift the world's consciousness, that journey doesn't start in comfort. It begins in chaos. Your family, with all its emotional storms, manipulation, rejection, or neglect, isn't a punishment. It's a preparation. Jung said the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, and that truth is carved out in the messiest moments. Your toxic family is like a boot camp for your soul, pushing you to seek a love bigger than what they could give, something divine, whether you call it God, the universe, or your higher self. As the black sheep, you're not just different, you're the most spiritually potent one in the room. You've been forced to wake up early to see through the illusions, to learn love through its absence, and to master empathy, because you've known cruelty. This isn't just poetic, it's psychological. Jung taught that we must face the shadow, the hidden, wounded parts of ourselves, to transform. Your family's dysfunction was your first classroom, not to break you, but to shape you into someone who can transmute pain into wisdom. So, as we move forward, let's explore what this means for you, not just why you were placed in this storm, but how it's building you into something unstoppable. Now that you see your family's chaos as a karmic classroom, let's talk about your role in it. You, the chosen one, weren't born to blend into the dysfunction or repeat the same old patterns. You're here to disrupt them. Every time you were gaslit, mocked for your intuition, or punished for speaking your truth, something powerful was happening. You were learning to trust your inner voice over the noise, to stand tall when others tried to keep you small. This is what Jung called spiritual alchemy, turning the lead of pain into the gold of authenticity. Your family might have tried to mold you into roles, the caretaker, the achiever, the invisible one. They rewarded you for betraying yourself and punished you for being real. But every time love was withheld, you began to value your truth over their approval. Every time control was disguised as care, you reclaimed your sovereignty. And when softness was nowhere to be found, you became your own source of tenderness. This is your spiritual battlefield, and you're not just surviving. You're being forged into a warrior of light. But here's the catch. As you rise, not everyone will cheer. Your growth can threaten those still caught in the family's illusions. They might criticize you, try to pull you back into the chaos, because your clarity reflects what they're afraid to face. This leads us to the next step. How do you protect your light when you're still surrounded by those who don't understand your path? You're starting to see your purpose, but how do you stay grounded when the people around you, maybe even those you love, try to dim your light? Let's talk about 3 spiritual tools that aren't just comforting, they're transformational. First, picture a spiritual umbilical cord, a glowing line of light stretching from your core to the source of all love and wisdom. When you feel drained, judged, or unseen, close your eyes and imagine this cord pouring strength into your bones, peace into your heart, and clarity into your mind. This is your divine lifeline, feeding you what your environment can't. It's not just a metaphor. Your nervous system calms when you believe you're supported by something greater, Second, stop taking their projections personally. When someone calls you too much, not enough, or selfish, it's not about you. It's their shadow, the parts of themselves they refuse to face. Pause, breathe, and tell yourself, that's not mine. This isn't about being perfect. It's about refusing to carry blame that doesn't belong to you. When you let their shame bounce off, you become spiritually immune. Finally, set boundaries. Even if it's hard, you don't owe anyone constant access to your energy, especially if they wound you. Boundaries aren't betrayal, they're self-love. If you can't leave a toxic environment yet, create pockets of safety. Find a friend, an online community, or even a YouTube channel that lifts your frequency. Spend time with souls who see you, not your wounds. These tools aren't just survival gear. They're how you keep your light steady as you prepare to step fully into your purpose. Let's wrap this up by looking at what happens when you embrace these tools and start living as the chosen one you were always meant to be. You're not in this toxic family by accident. Your soul chose this intensity because it knew you could handle it. You're not here to stay broken. You're here to alchemize pain into purpose, to break ancestral patterns, and to lead others through their darkness. As you heal, your gifts will emerge. Your sensitivity becomes strength, your intuition a compass, your empathy a healing force. Creativity will flow, and you'll stop waiting for permission to live authentically. But be warned, pain can feel familiar, even safe. Depression might whisper to stay small. Distractions might tempt you to numb out. Don't listen. Every time you choose to feel, to stay, to rise, you reclaim your soul. The family may never apologize, and their validation may never come. But your liberation doesn't need their approval. You are proof that darkness can birth galaxies. You're part of a global wave of souls waking up, and your presence is no accident. The world is shifting, and you're a blueprint for what's next. So keep going, not just for the destination, but because every step is a revolution. Connect back to that divine chord of love whenever you feel heavy. And if this resonates, join our soul-aligned community. Like this video, share your story in the comments, and subscribe to Fractal Wisdom. Your light is needed, and together we're building a space where truth and growth always have a home.